friends, I'm Jennifer, and today we are talking about moisturizer. This is the part of your skincare routine that comes after your serums and after your treatments, and it is not a step to skip. Moisturizer dates back to 10,000 years ago. The need for moisturizer has always existed because the need for water in your skin has always existed. Your skin is made up of 64% water. This is what's keeping you hydrated, healthy, and youthful. Now there is a process by which water leaves our skin through evaporation, and it's called transepidermal water loss. The rate at which this evaporation happens depends on a few things. First one being your age, because the older you get, the less oils you're producing. Also, the humidity levels outside and the weather, the time of day that it is, and your hormone levels. As we lose this water, our skin naturally becomes dehydrated. It's gonna lose firmness, the pores will become clogged, and we'll get more dark spots and more wrinkles. Our bodies try to prohibit this water loss by producing oils to lock in that moisture. A lot of the times people with oily skin don't realize that their skin is overproducing oils because they're actually really dehydrated. So the skin is trying to produce as much as it can to trap in whatever water is there. On the flip side, drier skin types aren't producing enough oil. And because there's not enough oil to hold that water in, their skin's going to become dehydrated way quicker. This is where moisturizer comes into play for both skin types. Moisturizer is what locks in or seals in the water in your skin, keeping it hydrated. It also is amazing if you're using serums or treatments or any active ingredients before this step, because it's going to help seal those in too. There's a lot of moisturizers out there for a lot of different skin types. For example, someone with really oily skin isn't going to want a thick moisturizer during the day because that's going to feel like there's a film, it's going to feel really suffocating. But at night, they will want a thicker moisturizer because A, nighttime is when we have the greatest transepidermal water loss, or that evaporation of water, and B, the more moisturized they make their skin, the more that their skin is going to realize maybe we don't have to produce so much oil because we're already pretty hydrated. Over time, that's gonna help normalize your skin. You might be thinking, well, I have dry skin, so does that mean moisturizer is going to cause me to produce less oils? I need these oils. And actually, yeah. This isn't something that I've heard anyone else talk about, but there is such thing as excessive moisturizing that causes the skin to become lazy and stop producing the oils that you need to keep your skin hydrated. I'm not saying you shouldn't moisturize. Definitely, you should be using a moisturizer, especially if you have dry skin. It's just really important that you're using the right one for you. All moisturizers have occlusives. This is something like waxes or a silicone or an oil that helps to seal in the moisture. There are occlusives that are way too thick though, such as coconut oil or petrolatum, also known as Vaseline, which are so thick that they keep the skin from being able to breathe. So if these occlusives are supposed to lock in water, then we should probably make sure that there's water to lock in. That leads me to humectants. Humectants are these molecules that are able to attract and retain water at high volumes, hydrating your skin. In my last video, I talked about all sorts of serums that have great humectants, such as hyaluronic acid and collagen. It's best to use these serums right before you put on your moisturizer, but I will say, if you're like, too many steps, you can find moisturizers that have humectants in them. Are you ready for me to just tell you what to use at this point?
Hey man, can I copy your homework?
Huh?
Can I copy your homework?
No, you can't copy my homework! There is bitches!
As usual, all of my recommendations are going to be free of too many drying alcohols, damaging essential oils, or irritating fragrances, and they will be linked below. Alright, oily skin. We are working with gels, sometimes called water creams, for our daytime moisturizer. Something like First Aid Beauty Coconut Water Cream is a simple oil-free gel that's a safe choice for sensitive, oily skin, and also really nice just going into summer, or for those of us traveling to hot, humid climates. Iunix Centella Gel Cream, which I believe can be found on Amazon, I will link it below, is great for oily, acne-prone skin because it contains niacinamide, tea tree oil, and things that are just really good for soothing and calming down the inflammation that comes from acne. At night, you'll probably want to consider something a little bit more occlusive, in other words, thick. I like them chunky. Like products I'll recommend for combination skin. Okay, my combo skin family. This one can be harder because we want something that's hydrating enough for our dry spots, but not too heavy for our oily spots. The CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion is very simple, very basic, and it contains the hyaluronic acid, which is that humectant we talked about, and it also has ceramides for strengthening. Bear with me on this next one. The Peter Thomas Roth Hyaluronic Water Drench Cloud Cream Moisturizing Lotion. I don't know, something like that. It's a mouthful, but it is worth it. This little guy contains 30% hyaluronic acid, ceramides, elderberry, and silk, and I am obsessed with it. I put this on the other day for going for a walk on the beach, and it was so windy outside, and I was like, oh my gosh, my cheeks are gonna be so dry after this. And I got home, and I was touching my face, I was touching my cheeks, and they were so plump and so hydrated. As you can see, this is a really light moisturizer, but it packs a powerful punch. For night, like mentioned to my oily skin friends, we are gonna want something a little bit thicker, a little bit more occlusive, because we do lose most of our water at night. Okay, dry skin, let's just jump into it. This one you can tell I use a lot. I love it. The First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hydrating Cream. It is so cool. It looks like a really thick cream, but it is so thin. And if that doesn't look like thick enough for what you'd normally want, their Ultra Repair Hydra Firm Sleeping Cream has a little bit more occlusives to it, but I like this one. I use it every night. I had to throw this next one in there. I'm so sorry because it's expensive, but the Biossance Squalane and Omega Repair Cream. Every ingredient in this product I'm obsessed with. Just to name a few, squalane, which mimics our body's natural oils. It has jojoba oil, shea butter, omegas, ceramides, and then linoleic acid, oleic acid, all of these things that are gonna help your skin to become strengthened and hydrated and nourished. So, highly recommend if that's in your budget. At night, you can stick with the moisturizer that you already have, or if you find that you're waking up with your skin still being really dry, then maybe move to an ointment. Ointments prevent 97% of that transepidermal water loss, and I know that 100% Pure has a really nice night ointment that I like. You could also just use a face oil and put that on top of your moisturizer, and that would act as an ointment as well. Finally, normal skin. This is the ideal skin type. So your goal is to just never change. Moisturizers that are gonna help maintain your skin are The Ordinary's Moisturizing Factors and HA. This is by no means a luxurious consistency, but it's got really good ingredients for strengthening and protecting the skin, and it works for virtually every skin type. It's also the most affordable moisturizer on the market. The #1 selling luxury brand moisturizer is the Drunk Elephant Protini Polypeptide Cream, because all skin types can typically enjoy this. It contains vitamin A, vitamin B, peptides, linoleic acid, and more. So if you've tried any of these products, or if you already have one that you're using and love, let us know in the comments. And if you liked this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to my channel. Until next time, bye guys.